Whatever. We started.
Oh, really?
Yay.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So we're recording now?
Yeah.
Yes. This is number 9.
Is it number 9?
Yep.
Damn, 9 weeks.
9 weeks.
We need to go to Goodwill.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, we got 30. Oh, okay.
We got 30
First
subscribers.
of all, this External Bulb episode 9.
It is.
I'm a boss.
No, you're not.
Shut up. All right.
Okay, I'm William.
I'm proud of you. I'm
External
Joseph.
ball?
I'm Joseph.
External ball?
Yeah,
Yeah,
external
that's
ball.
a-
We don't know. We don't even know why the fuck we call it.
Listen. First of all, we have a special guest. Let's introduce
Sorry,
him.
guys, I'm new, Sorry.
This
Yeah,
is-
just say your name and tell everybody who you are.
Introduce me. Come on, Will.
Introduce yourself,
No,
damn
no,
it.
you
no,
introduce me.
No,
Introduce me.
no, it's okay. You go introduce yourself. This is your own, whatever the fuck you do.
What's up, guys? It's Renzo,
See, that has personality.
Will's
does?
friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
what,
bed.
you're not my friend? What the
I mean,
fuck?
never mind.
All
I'm
right.
a boss friend.
All
not
right.
Will's.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, ignore the guy you knew
Is that
since
it?
childhood. Whatever.
Damn.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, Joseph, too.
Damn. What a bird.
I'll fuck all of you.
No, I mean, we used to have a thing with Will, but then that was over right now, so
God damn it, man.
I'm moving on to a boss. Yeah.
You whore!
He actually takes my love and,
Oh my god.
Takes it.
You can take that dick and stick it in his mouth,
Isn't that
okay?
the point?
that's none of your business.
Can
Okay,
you
Will?
feel the love tonight?
We're done between me and you.
Damn,
Alright.
man.
So, I went to a wedding this weekend, right? And
Wait,
I assume most of you who,
You went to another wedding?
yeah, there's fucking weddings like every week now because it's summer.
Indians are like bunnies, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, those Indian
God.
weddings?
Yeah.
Oh, that's legit.
So what happened was
Like how they
there's
do-
this guy, and I assume all of you know who Johnny Sins is, right? He's
No.
that porn star, right?
Oh.
He's a male porn star who's
Okay.
very.
I don't pay attention to
don't
male
care
porn
for
stars.
male-
There's
stars.
2 male porn stars you should know: there's Johnny Sins and James Dean.
I know James Dean.
James Dean because he's in actual movies sometimes.
Michael Fassbender.
No, he's not a porn star, but he should be.
Okay, so because he was in that one movie,
Yeah,
he's a porn
because he
star.
was in.
And everybody else in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And everybody
Well, I
else
mean,
in
Game of Thrones does actually have some porn stars in it, doesn't it?
Shay was a
Shay-
porn star.
Shay's a porn star. There's a couple other people who are actual porn stars. I assume.
I don't think.
I think I might actually.
Wait, can one of you guys tell me about Game of Thrones? Like, seriously? Like, introduce me to what
No,
the
watch
idea
this
is.
show.
It's like a big sex party with death.
No, because I heard it's pretty much just like every scene is like sexual. thing.
Not really.
It's
No.
not.
Hey, it's
I mean,
every
it's-
2 or 3
I'm
episodes.
saying they always make
Every-
jokes
every-
to like Sex of Thrones and they show like.
Every
because
other
it-
few episodes there is, but like it's not that big of a thing.
Yeah,
Oh, but it's mostly about what?
it's,
It's
more,
more about the story, but you have to watch it yourself.
Yeah, definitely watch it yourself. We can't talk
But there's
about
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and incest.
it. So
And it's-
there was this
That's
guy.
disgusting.
There was this guy who looked exactly like Johnny Sins there. Like he's walking around. I'm like, he's just like I just imagine the scene in my head. It's like a porno scene. Like in my head, I'm just
So do you
imagining,
imagine
like,
fucking the bride?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. like in my head, I'm like, oh
Or
my
one of the
god, don't think of
bridesmaids
this. Or one of the bridesmaids. I'm just like in my head, I'm like, oh, this is so bad. This is so
Bachelorette
bad.
party.
Yeah.
Bachelorette party.
I'm like imagining, and he's the cameraman too. It's really bad.
I direct
It's a
my own
POV.
pornos.
It's a POV.
I direct my
It's so
own
bad.
pornos.
I was just walking the entire time. I was just like he would walk past me. I'm like, don't walk past me, please. Don't do it.
Why you were
Don't-
afraid of his dick?
Yeah, I was afraid
Wait,
his
so
dick
the-
was
Wait,
gonna
are you afraid?
eat me.
Are you afraid when he's gonna walk by? You're gonna have to be times like, is your dick really that long? is that
Dick measuring contest, like after the
So you
wedding.
want me? You want to see my dick? I'll put your dick in my dick.
What? Shut up.
Will, you will be thinking about this.
That's true.
There was a fucking montage parody at that wedding. Well, it wasn't a parody, but it was an actual montage, and it was really weird. It's like a very cinematic video of their wedding.
Okay.
Like there
Wait,
was
at the wedding?
no.
There's
of
a
the-
video of the wedding
Sorry,
at the
this
wedding.
was the reception, not the wedding.
Oh.
Sorry, this was the reception. So the reception, they were showing this video. The video was like really like cinematic, like camera pans across like tables with like nice glasses and all that from the wedding and the cake and all that shit. Then it was just them walking down like a path, like it was with like music in the background. I'm like, this is like a montage parody, and montage parody has ruined like all those types of cinematic videos for me.
Alright, I'm just wondering, how exactly is the order of a wedding? Is it like reception and?
No. It's well, in an Indian wedding, it's like there's the nikah, which is like what happens is
That
there-
sounded racist.
Nika?
Yeah, that sounds
Stop.
racist.
So you want to
Stop.
go Unica? Is that what
No,
we're
stop,
gonna do?
stop. We're not doing that. I don't want to bleep this
Excuse
out.
me, guys. The boss is talking. Sorry.
I'm sorry,
okay.
I don't like Nickas.
Sounds like a candy, right? Nika?
Nica candy?
So you
Chocolate
guys
chip.
want
That
to
sounds like
you guys
the.
want to eat some Nickas?
Extra caramel inside.
You know what that sounds like?
Wanna
You remember
crush
in
Nickas.
Tropic Thunder? You remember Tropic Thunder at the beginning? They have those trailers like bust a nut and with a booty sweat.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Booty sweat.
So what happens is at the nikah you have a bunch of like there's like a bunch of things you have to go through. Like there's this thing where the bride's sister-in-law has to do, or sorry, the groom's sister and cousin, first cousin.
Groom's
Wait,
sister's
is it
cousin.
specifically a cousin?
It has to be a cousin, I guess. Or
The
sort of
groom's
like
sister's
something.
cousin.
The groom's cousin. The groom's cousin, or usually like it's either groom's cousin or the sister of the groom. They have to do this thing where it's like he gives her money, and sort of like there's all these things that you have to do, and that's what happens with the nikah. Like, and then after that you have like the wedding, basically the real wedding. Then you have the reception.
So nikah, wedding, and reception.
Yeah, there's other couple of
Nikah's
other
a
things
wedding
I'm
reception.
skipping.
Nikah's a wedding reception. Oh, that's pretty funny.
Okay. It's all for the
So
sake of the
bad.
joke.
It's all for the sake of the joke.
But did you
Okay.
finish explaining what it was?
Yeah, I guess I did. I'm done.
So you said it was a candy. That's it.
Yeah, it was a candy. That's what it was.
You know what I want to talk
I ended
about?
as a candy.
What?
I want to talk about the fucking you couldn't find your own fucking house.
Listen.
He's moving, right? So what we did was we decided to go see what his new house would be like. So we drive all the way out to find the fucking neighborhood. He doesn't even know where the fuck it is.
No, I don't.
He's like, is it this neighborhood? He goes into each neighborhood and he's like, is this my house? Oh, is that my? I think that's my house. And we look and he's like, oh, that's not my house.
Wait, hold on. You're moving?
Yeah, he's moving.
Oh, I wasn't hip.
But that's the thing. Like he's like, I don't know where my house is. It's like, and we keep looking,
Listen,
and we
listen.
keep looking, and he's like, oh, I think we passed it. And I'm like, what the fuck? He goes to look again. He doesn't fucking find it. You know what we find out? We passed it. We passed it,
Listen.
and he kept pointing us to houses on the wrong fucking side.
Okay.
Was that his own gas?
What?
Was that his gas money?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my guess.
basically.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's still fucking annoying.
It's all good then.
So what happened was we were driving through the neighborhood, right? And I assumed my house was on the right side because I was confusing it with the other house we were going to buy. But we bought this one instead. So what happened was we were driving through and I'm looking on the right side. I'm like, wait, that doesn't look like my house. That doesn't look like the house. The garage should be on the left side, not the right. The backyard isn't right. And then finally later when I get home, I asked my mom, I was like, wait, is our house in this neighborhood with this fence? She's like, yeah. And I was like, I looked through there. I didn't see it. She's like, yeah, it's on the left side. I was like, fuck! It's on the wrong. It was on the entire wrong side. Like I was just really mad that I showed you guys. We passed it like 6 times, and we never saw it. Never did.
Done with your
Will's
shit.
just nodding his head. What are you thinking
Nodding
about,
in
Will?
my head, like yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. I hate all of you.
Party in the
No, you don't.
I hate all of you. I hate you especially.
Who are you pointing at? Will?
I'm pointing at you.
You're pointing at Will?
I'm pointing what? I'm not pointing at me. I'm
just
pointing
did.
at
You're
you.
clearly pointing at Will.
No, I'm pointing it at you. What? Oh, he's pointing that at me? Oh god. Yeah, just put that
Pocket.
away. No one wants to know
Put
about
me in
this.
your pocket.
God
This
damn
guy comes up with those phrases from songs every now and then.
All
I
right.
like it.
So I was walking. I was like, my cousin was sending me random Toy Story stuff. I assume he just rewatched the
Wait,
movie.
Toy Story?
Like, yeah, he was watching. He rewatched
Wait,
the
are
movie.
you, talking
love
about
Toy
the, are you
Story.
talking about the videos whenever like Buzz is flying with Woody and then they fly into the towers?
No.
What?
He's watching the movie. He's just sending me random
I
scenes
don't-
from the
I-
movie.
Which Toy Story, the first one?
The first one.
Oh.
So what happened was I was like I got stuff in my head. I was like I was singing, the part where Buzz tries to fly and then he crashes. He's like, I can fly if I want. to." So I was just singing. I was walking
That's
around my house.
depressing.
I was walking around my house and I was like, I can fly if I wanted to. And my mom was like, you really can? I was like, no, I can't. And then I just walked away. I was like,
And then you
"What?
jumped
That
up the
was so-"
stairs?
What? Yeah, I jumped over the stairs and killed myself.
You jumped over the stairs and you lost an arm in
my
there.
Yeah.
And you just whirred around. You went
What's the
crazy.
line he
Dude,
says?
that's a nice
when-
story, man.
What's the line he says when he's at the table with the?
And
with his-
Mrs. Elizabeth. That one. It's like, Buzz, snap out of it. Don't you get it? That one.
Yeah, that was so bad.
And then he does like a crackhead laugh.
So bad.
Yeah.
God damn it.
One of my favorite things in Toy Story is when Woody is on the floor and what's his name? Or not Andy, the evil kid. What's his name?
I don't know.
Walt Sid's going over there and he's doing the entire
bitch cunt.
bitch cunt is takes some magnifying glass and burns like that hole in Woody's head, and then after he gets up, he's just like, my head. It's so great. Like,
Just like that big mark though.
it was such a good movie.
Yeah.
That could, I keep like every Disney movie you ever see, it could have been so much darker.
Speaking of incest.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Okay.
What do you mean? Speaking of incest right now.
So Frozen.
Okay. Stop. What are you talking about?
Time
Shut
to
up.
incest.
Shut up.
Seriously, I'm interested. What were we trying to say about darker? What do you mean by that?
No, it's like how like some like usually some like
God damn it! Say what?
Why do you let me say the words?
He always does. He goes like something like
What you say?
Okay, for example, Finding Nemo. That got pretty dark at the beginning, right?
Yeah, obviously.
But then it's kind of like it can be kind of dark throughout, but it doesn't like it could have been so much darker depending on like on where they could have went with it. You know, because the ocean's kind of full of terrifying things. You know.
So you said you wanted to be darker?
I'm just saying it could.
Why?
The ocean is
It's
dark.
Nemo.
The ocean is
No,
dark.
I'm just
and full
saying
of
it could be.
terrors.
Because they could like you could essentially take every Disney movie and turn them into a horror movie straight out. You know.
But
I
they're
could-
for
Why would you
kids.
do that? It's Disney.
Disney's
You
movies.
would.
Disney makes movies for kids.
It's supposed to be colorful.
Yeah.
I can see that with the Little Mermaid, like
The Little
especially,
Mermaid.
like especially.
Oh, yeah,
at
because
the
of the
end,
original story,
She
like,
dies.
yeah, she
She
dies,
gets-
she
she
turns-
gets fucking stabbed by the boat.
I mean, honestly, they make it like those kind of movies, like Little Mermaid and stuff. The villain's already pretty dark enough.
Yeah.
Like
They're
you make
already-
it, you don't want to
They're
give kids nightmares.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
want to get
Fucking black.
This is why you never be a director with Disney
No,
Channel.
but
Sorry, it's
no. The only shit. Okay.
I didn't bring anything to the table.
Fucking take your bitches and go home.
Excuse me, that's my friend.
No, but anyway.
Friends can be bitches.
He's a guy.
Friends can still be bitches.
Guys can still be bitches.
Is that what
Guys
you
can still be bitches.
No,
Yeah.
but,
How did you? Oh, it's obvious.
All right. What do you?
No, like they could turn like the darkest I've ever seen a movie, like a kids movie ever go to, is either one of Don Bluth's movies, like Land Before Time
Yeah.
or like The Secret of Nim, which I love.
Yeah.
It's the best movie. And the only one that I've ever seen that was actually got really dark, where you actually see characters die.
Moonrise Kingdom.
No,
I
Watership Down.
don't remember.
Nobody knows what this is. Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
The dark.
Is it about a watership?
The
Have you seen it?
darkest-
Watership Down.
The darkest
God,
Disney
no,
movie
no.
I've ever seen is
That's a
The
Disney
Black
movie?
Cauldron.
No.
Black Cauldron's actually
I
scared
never
scarred
heard of
me.
that.
Black Cauldron's scared.
It's not a Disney movie, but it's
The Princess and the Frog is pretty freaky.
it gets
That's pretty.
dark.
That was
That's
pretty good.
dark too.
Some
Because-
satanic stuff in that shit.
I just
Yeah.
like
It was.
in the movie Watership Down. The basic plot is basically rabbits trying to it's like leaving their home to find a new one that's like completely
Yeah.
safe from all harm and everything, right?
So it's like what's that movie? What's that movie with the talking animals?
There's a lot of
Homeward
movies of
The-
talking.
Homeward Bound, The Incredible
Homeward
Journey.
Bound. Oh my god, I love
no,
that
no,
movie.
but it's not like
Well,
that.
obviously it's animated.
Because
guys,
the
too.
thing is, this
not
it
animated.
isn't.
Is it not?
This is an animated.
Homeward Bound is not
No, not
animated.
that. No, I'm talking about.
Watership Down is an animated
Yeah,
film.
that's what I thought.
It's about
Not-
a watership that goes down.
No, shut up, Joseph. No, but seriously,
What's
these
it called? Watership
like
Down?
in the opening, there's like they explain like the legend of a sun god, right? And how he creates life
Yeah.
all over, right? And there's this one prince, this one rabbit, and he was eating all the grass and all the animals were starving. You know, he and his people.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have to stop this. If you don't, everybody else is gonna die. It's like, nah, fuck you. We're the strongest here. We deserved all this food or whatever,
Yeah.
right? He was pretty arrogant. So what the god does, he gives each of the animals like a certain advantage. Like foxes, like speed, I suppose, or like dogs have their claws, and cats, also.
Okay,
as well.
so it's explaining where
Right.
all the stuff comes from.
So he creates these animals, and he's like, hunt down the rabbits, kill them all. That's
Okay.
basically what it is, and they show on screen a genocide,
Oh wow.
a genocide. It looks really simple. There's no blood or anything, but
Yeah.
you can see the animal go up to the rabbit, they bite him, they fall down, they turn red, and they're dead.
Oh okay.
So they just show a genocide right off the bat, but it doesn't stop there. But then they go to the story.
Mhm.
And then this one rabbit, like there's these two rabbits, I don't remember their names. His friend is like his brother, I mean, he has a vision, right? And he gets the most disturbing vision. He sees like rabbits like they're like there's red all over the color. He's like he looks at the sun. It's like I see blood, and then everything starts turning red and everything. It's terrible.
I see fire.
They also showed like
What do you see?
and
I see dead people.
like it gets darker and darker, and then there's this. Then it gets really darker when they show a rabbit actually getting strangled by a rope, and you see him like he's getting strangled. There's flies starting to buzz. He's starting to bleed, and then he kind of just flips out and dies.
Did they take the foot?
Hmm?
Did they take the foot?
That would have been
Because he lived in the end.
What?
He lives because he actually kind of just went down. He was like, oh, I was asleep,
I thought you thought. What about the guy who got lynched?
He like you see it's
I
a
thought
rabbit trap. He goes through the.
So he gets lynched and then comes back from the dead. What?
No, he like they got him out in time, but they thought he was dead because he kind of wasn't moving at the moment.
He was.
Alright,
he was
sure.
apparently.
And then the dogs come in,
Okay.
and then rabbits start to die.
Okay.
Like you'll see an actual tear, and then blood starts coming out.
Well,
It's not a happy
I
movie.
guess it's pretty rough.
Well, I mean, speaking of films and dead people, Robin Williams died.
Oh God, you got to bring that up.
I'm okay. So the thing that I would say explains this the best was this one post on Reddit. This comment. So the post was like, Robin Williams dead at 63, and the comment was, "This one's gonna hurt," and I was like, "That's the best way to explain this." Robin Williams is like really important to a lot of people, and the best way to another thing that happened was. I was telling my sister, I was like, "Yeah, Robin Williams died." She was like, "Who's that?" Like, she didn't know. She knows who Robin Williams is. She just doesn't know because she was young when she saw it. I was like, "He's the guy in Jumanji." She was like, "Oh, he's dead!" Like even she reacted. And she's only seen one movie from him.
That's like I didn't believe it at first because my sister told me, and I thought it was a joke. Like it was some kind of one of those hoaxes thing that was happening, and then it started blowing up everywhere else, and I saw it, and I just I couldn't. My heart stopped.
I was just
like. No.
Did they ever figure out how he actually died? Like
it's suspected suicide.
Suspected.
Like
didn't he hang himself? Yeah, he hanged himself.
But I find it odd. Think about it. I find it odd how when they found out that he was dead, they couldn't they didn't say what happened. You know what I'm saying? The next day they were like, "Oh, this is what happened."
Yeah, they were probably.
Because there's they never know. They want to make sure.
Yeah, just I don't know. Just
did they find him hung?
Yeah, walking in on that.
No, he was.
Didn't he take
He was on the ground and he appeared unconscious and they went up to him and they found he was dead.
So how does the bell come in? He suffocated and so what is all that?
He showed signs of strangulation. So it was either a suicide, it's a suspected suicide.
Why couldn't it be
but
someone
they
murdered him?
investigated because
that's why they're investigating.
That's what they're investigating.
Yeah, because what?
But in the end,
think about it.
But that's the thing. It still makes sense because there could have been other ways he could have asphyxiated himself. If he had made a bad reaction with drugs or anything. If he did something. It all depends.
That's odd, right? It's strange.
Not really.
That post.
No, I'm saying it's weird how let's say when celebrities die, right? Usually. Like Michael Jackson, there's boom, overdose. Like that already, right? Yeah. And then for this dude, it's we're investigating maybe signs of suicide.
Well, but that's probably because a lot of people don't believe that he could have killed himself.
No,
well, I mean,
it makes so much sense.
But it has said that he had a history of he used to be an addict to cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. But people still don't like to believe that, so there's probably people who are looking for that just to prove it wrong. But
that's true.
I mean,
making it look bad.
It depends on whatever they believe.
I really just want to go on a marathon and watch all his movies that I've seen before. And he's been in my childhood for so long. I'm just oh god.
Have you seen Patch Adams?
Yeah,
that movie. You've seen it. I love that movie. It was great.
It's a great movie.
It was so inspirational, but it was so sad how the girl, his wife died.
I personally like Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial is my favorite.
Good Will Hunting. They're doing this thing in.
Their memorial.
Yeah. What I want is
they did the bench thing.
I know they're making it a memorial, but I want them to build a bronze statue of him there, him sitting there, because that would be really good. And that's what one of the posts on Reddit was.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm just gonna move on from that because there's no way we're gonna get off that subject for a while. I want to talk about fucking Brian Tyler. You should know his name because he's in fucking everything. He writes music for video games, and every video game that he's been in, Assassin's Creed 4, all of the other Assassin's Creed, he's done the music for a huge amount of movies. He did Expendables, he did, what other movies did he do? Did Greatest Game Ever Played. If you look up, OSTs from movies and you see Brian Tyler, you'll see it a lot. He comes up a lot. This man must be a fucking millionaire because every time I look up OSTs for a video I'm making, which reminds me, you should watch the latest video before this podcast came out.
What was it again?
It's called The Rush and the Fury. You should watch that video. The first piece of music is called Angel. It's from The Greatest Game Ever Played. It is by Brian Tyler. And the second piece of music is from It's from the Inception OST, but it's called Mombasa, right?
Yeah, it's called Mombasa.
It's called Mombasa, but it's a cover by Two Cellos. So that's what that is.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I know.
But they're literally Two Cellos.
I know. God damn it! It's just that when you see them play, and you see the little what do you call it, the bow or whatever they call it, it gets wrecked.
I know.
It gets wrecked
because they play insane.
I know, and I used to play the violin, and watching them destroy those bows really makes me cry.
You're just looking at it don't do that, please.
No, it's fine. I love their music. It's really good. It's fine with me. The way they destroy their fucking bows.
They actually do one where they make their cello sound like a guitar.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of their stuff now. After you showed me that thing, I watched almost all of their shit. It was really good.
God. I just can't get over the Robin Williams thing, you bastard. It's
pretty
say that for the end.
Nah. It's fine.
It's
fine. I wanted to get on it and get off of it.
So what do you guys think is gonna happen with Fast and Furious, with the whole Paul Walker's death and
stuff?
Well, his brother's replacing him, right?
Sort of. I think
heard about
what they did is they reshot a lot of the movie. That's why it's not coming out. It was supposed to come out this year, I think.
Yeah.
They reshot a lot of the film.
Well, I think it's coming out next summer.
Yeah, next summer, something like that.
2015.
Yeah. So what they're doing is they reshot a lot of the film, and I assume at the end they're gonna have like a memorial to him, or some it'll be like in memory of.
Yeah, because that must have screwed him over big time, the director, and the whole movie process. That's crazy.
It sucks. I really like Paul Walker, and I've watched all of the Fast and Furious films.
Yeah,
like 6 or 7
times. It pisses me off how celebrities die so young. Like seriously, even if they're not celebrities, people just dying at that age is crazy.
It's really annoying, especially with Paul Walker. Just like his
death was strange too. Think about it. He was stuck.
He was just driving.
And the thing was on fire, and the cops and everyone took that long to get there. Think about it. Someone's there. Paul Walker's there's a thing happening situation in the middle of the street. And the police, ambulance, the firefighters take that long to get there.
It's probably just because maybe there was a bunch of people just standing around doing nothing because they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly, and no one had the balls to go help.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's a lot of. That's the thing
about it. It's called the bystander
effect. Yeah.
Everyone's waiting for someone else to do something.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean,
honestly, if I was there, I'm telling you straight up, if I was there, I would have run my ass.
Yeah, a lot of people.
What you should do in that situation, and in other situations, is to counter this effect. You yell at somebody specific. You pick someone out of the crowd and you say, call 911 to them. You say them. You call 911.
Then they'll pretty much
they have to do it. They feel that's how you break the bystander effect.
But then again, they're kind of you have to also be careful because I heard that if the oil's leaking or something, there's a chance it could
explode.
I think that's probably why people didn't do anything because they're risking their own lives.
Is that a literal thing that a car can explode like that? I thought it was always a Hollywood thing.
Cars don't explode if you shoot them. Cars explode if the fuel, that's real because obviously it's gasoline and it's fire. Gasoline does not ignite if you heat it up. It ignites if you put a flame to it.
Yeah.
So it can happen. It can explode like that if all of it catches fire at once. And I mean, I assume if you want a little bit, obviously all the gas is held in the back of the car with the tank. So if it ignites, all of the gasoline goes back to the tank. The tank is a small, compact area. Mm-hmm. When it ignites, all the pressure goes in and builds up and it explodes. So that's what I think, at least. So I was at the fucking pool, and I was swimming.
The fucking pool or the fucking?
Shut up! I was at the pool, and this chick was watching her iPad while in the pool. She was at
what?
She was.
Why would you bring her?
We were in the lanes, and
which pool do you go to?
I go to Fairland Aquatic Center. It's down by what's it called?
GG now the subscribers can stalk you.
Yeah. It's in PG County. But what happens is...
Look at that form. Look at that movement.
So what happens is, I'm in the pool and I'm swimming, and I turn to we're in my lane, I'm in my lane, and she's in another lane at the end of her pool. She's not even swimming. She's wasting an entire lane just to sit down and watch her iPad with her earphones in. I'm like, fucking bitch. No, because people waste their lanes like that. They just sit there and do nothing for half an hour while other people are waiting to go into the pool.
This is a common thing?
No. It's the first time I've seen this.
Didn't the lifeguard say anything? They usually say something.
I don't think so. I mean, she had somebody else in her pool swimming while she was doing that, but I was just that's a fucking waste.
Yeah, because I've done that before and they kicked me out. The lifeguard yelled.
I mean, you have to pay to get out there, right?
Yeah, you do.
So why would you just waste your time listening to an iPod?
Or iPad just sitting right here at the edge of the pool, just watching them doing nothing. Fucking, what the fuck? Then I had an 8-year-old. See, me and my sister were swimming in the same lane, and then this 8-year-old girl comes up into our lane, and I'm like, "Fuck, what are you doing?" We're swimming here, and I'm swimming full speed, and she's at the end of the lane. I'm like, "Move out of the way, please move, please move. I'm gonna smash into you if you don't move." And I was like, "Fucking bitch, this is my lane. This is my territory. I'm gonna fucking smash you if I have to."
Did you?
No, I slowed down in time, but it was a waste of a.
She called you on your bluff. It's you fucking won't.
You what, mate?
You what in line?
We were playing golf the other day, or I was playing golf.
Fuck golf.
And my sister...
Golf. No.
Fuck golf or fuck golf?
My sister was driving the golf cart.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
My sister was driving the golf cart, and she this is the first time she's ever driving a golf cart. I'm like, bring the cart up here. I'm like, I trust her completely. I'm like, oh yeah, you can drive a golf cart. It's not that hard. She goes up. She's going up this hill. She goes up the hill, and she gets off the hill. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? She hits the brakes. She does the best drift I've ever seen in a golf cart. She comes down the hill, drifts, and she has this expression on her face like the entire time she's drifting. Her face, it was so fucking amazing.
I like how nobody's going to see that face because...
Nobody is going to see that face, but I will draw that face.
God damn it.
She drifted down with the most perfect drift I've ever seen with the most scared expression on her face. It's amazing.
You kind of just see her such a good
Yeah, exactly. She's just Like, it was so amazing.
Nobody's gonna see that.
Nobody's gonna
face.
see that face, but it was fucking amazing.
God damn.
And then she walked into the clubhouse, and she was like, "I hate the smell," because there was this candle over there, and she didn't like the candle smell. So I was like, "I dare you to blow it out." I didn't expect her to do it. She blew it out, and she was like, "Let's go, let's go, let's go!" Like we fucking escaped from the.
It's a fucking candle. Who gives a fuck? It's just a candle.
She
What a
blew it out.
I know, right?
I've never seen her run faster. Like she blew it out. She was like, "Fucking, let's go!" And it was.
So wait,
it
are
was
you
a-
afraid there's gonna be like you blow, you buy kind of policy? Oh god,
I'd be the one to say how wrong that sounded for.
I just realized how bad that sounded.
I just find it awkward
so
and like
bad.
Like
Why?
I find it amusing how it just always ends up Will saying something like that. Like, does anyone notice that? Or
Shut
I
up.
mean, it's kind of his
No.
thing.
yeah, I think. It
No,
is.
it's not my thing. God damn
Oh,
it.
it's so bad. Why would you say that?
Maybe he wants it to be true.
Buy it.
Maybe he's like, maybe it'll happen to me one day.
Maybe someday.
You blow it, you buy it.
Shut up.
Magic conch shell. Will we blow it?
Maybe
You blow
someday.
it. Maybe someday.
Oh hell,
Will you just?
magic
Will like? Can I just blaze?
Maybe
Maybe
someday.
someday.
Maybe 420.
Maybe
Maybe
on
420.
We just missed 420.
20th.
Yeah, we did,
April.
we did.
Ignited. That's. I just love that. I love it.
No,
I love it.
go home.
Instead of like
Go
just
home,
blaze,
William.
it's ignited.
William, go home. You're drunk.
Ignited.
Nobody's gonna listen to you saying that.
Yes.
William, no one cares.
Ignited.
William, go drunk.
Go drunk.
Go drunk.
Go
Go
drunk.
Go drunk.
Everybody go drunk. Everybody, you're the drunk.
No, that actually makes sense. You're drunk, you fly, you fall. My God.
No.
What?
Nothing.
Everybody did a drunk.
What?
No.
Are you doing anything for your birthday?
Me? Nah, fuck that.
I'm gonna rape your intestines.
Wow.
Whoa. Calm down. Calm down. That's 24 feet of intestines you have to rape.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work.
So when you think about it like that, it's just.
it's worth it. It's worth it for this asshole.
Where did this come?
That when he says things like that, it just puts images in my mind. I do not want to have, seriously.
You
Calm down.
think you don't, but then you
Where
do.
did this come from?
it's
Just where?
disgusting.
Why?
It comes from your dick. It comes from your dick.
Mm.
I mean, think about it. What I always find
From
amusing
your
is
dick.
that weird.
Shut
Like,
up.
how is it the fact that you said 24 feet, right?
Yeah.
How is it that
It's
like literally
It's-
it builds all the way and then it goes
Yeah,
down
yeah.
all that?
It's very
it's
compact.
coiled and.
But sometimes my digestive system is pretty quick. Like honestly, like my metabolism, I could literally eat in like 30 minutes. I'm already taking a dump.
Mhm.
So that means that it processes. You're telling me it processes like that quick down 24 feet of intestines.
Well, I mean, not really, because like
It depends, like,
when you take a shit, it's from food from before, not
yeah,
when you just
so
ate.
the food that you've eaten has
No, but I'm
pushed-
saying like when I
pushed the
see
rest
it,
of the food.
and I'm saying like I make sure to know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You just pick it out, take a knife, and just go like, all right, let's see what's inside.
Like, grab a little bit.
Jurassic Park.
She
goes into
go
the
examine it in the lab.
That's a big
nah.
pile of shit.
No, but for, I mean, everyone, you know, when you take a dump, you usually just look at your poop for no reason. Now, it's not like you
Yeah.
examine it. It's not like you just like stare like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But like, you poop and then you get up and then you're just like, what? Like,
I'm
you
just
look at
not-
it. Like, I've seen the leaves. Like, let's say when I eat
I'm just imagining like worms coming out.
Listen, I'm saying when I eat lettuce and stuff like when you eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
Like I'll literally like let's say 30 minutes before I ate that, right?
Yeah.
And then I poop and I see the exact same thing. Like you don't see all of it.
Maybe you had lettuce the day before.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't.
What if you had lettuce a week before?
So I see exactly. Or when I eat beans, I see exactly what I just ate. So
Some food process faster than the others.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, your metabolism must
I
be.
just don't want to talk about your
pretty
shit.
I'm just saying.
I
He's
heard-
done. He's
I
done. He's done with your shit.
I'm just saying. Everyone looks at their dumb after they take it. That's all I'm saying. Case closed.
No lie.
And no one can say they haven't because this.
You're right, you're
you
right.
just turn around and you're just like, what? You know?
Yeah, you're just kind of like, oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a good
I
way to check.
made
It is a good
this.
way to check for fiber, though. Because
Yeah,
I
if
remember
it
that.
floats, you're good.
Yeah, that's
If it
what I
doesn't,
heard.
you're like, eh.
So my
You
poop
should
always
get you
floats, so
more
I'm
fiber.
good.
You right. You right.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't. So.
I'm not left.
Sometimes it tricks me. Like it looks like it's about to float, but then it sinks.
Oh my god.
Titanic stuff, you know.
We're done.
I'm just imagining the crap hitting an iceberg in the
Oh my god! And the sad thing is that like
Jack,
really,
don't let go.
It smells! Jack, please!
now for sometimes I use too much toilet paper, and that just basically is like.
Say, Jack,
all
let
things.
go. I'll join you.
Jack, don't let go. They'll flush.
I'm just saying something everyone knows, and
Flush away.
Stop. We're done with that.
I just have the
We're done
balls
with that
to share
subject.
yeah.
We're done with that
Flushed away.
subject. Oh my god. Such a good movie.
Oh god.
damn it.
We should watch that movie.
That movie, it was fake. The story, right?
It was freaking
I read it was fake.
Titanic?
What?
No,
The actual
Titanic.
story is fake.
Titanic
No,
is a
no,
real
no,
thing,
no,
but the
no,
story,
Titanic's real, yeah,
but
I'm
the
saying the love
jacket,
story,
the
that's
jacket,
fake.
yeah, that's fake.
Yeah, it's fake one.
You know, my sister was heartbroken when she heard about that. I told her she wouldn't believe it. I was like, it's fake because she like bases her whole life upon that movie.
That's sad.
That's
You
because
can't
she's
base your
like-
whole life off that movie.
You know what I'm saying? She know how she's like those girls that like, oh, you know, like they like romantic stuff.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and she has a boyfriend now, so she just
she wanted to let him go.
Does she go like?
Dude, that reminds me of freaking Rick and Morty, the Titanic thing that they
Yeah.
had.
All right, if that was you and you were Jack and then Rose is there, what would you do? Like if she's like, and then you're like on the water and she's like on the little board.
I mean, you could
What?
take turns.
Was it even?
Oh my god, exactly what I said. Like honestly, you know, my sister was like, oh no, if you do that, that means you're not a man. I'm like, what the hell?
I mean,
Like clearly, if I'm dying and
No,
I'm freezing to death, let's take turns. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you think about it, in all honesty, I don't think you would take the risk, the chance of having your lover die.
Yeah.
You don't risk it. You just switch.
You
You take
risk it
turns,
if you
man.
do switch, though.
But you don't. That's
no,
the thing.
because
Like, you don't know
you're
how.
wet. You go back on the board. You're gonna get hypothermia.
That's bad because if you're going from like a really cold
Oh,
environment
switch
to like
temperature.
keep switching it, your body kind of like
Your body can't handle
Yeah.
it.
And think about it. There was no other piece of wood he could have possibly grabbed out of a huge ass
Honestly,
ship like that.
honestly, it looks
Think-
like it
think about
would be.
But that's probably the work tactic.
But the
because
thing
it's
is,
really cold already, so they probably
I'm
can move.
thinking,
Oh, it's
honestly,
too
he
cold to
probably
buy.
would have
Yeah.
died anyway. He probably would have died anyway. He was in the water longer. If he went on that board, he would have died. You know? So,
Yeah, but I'm saying you realize those things quick. You're like, oh my god, there was not enough space. We'll go find another board real quick. And as you're swimming, aren't you heating up your body as well?
no.
He'll
in that kind
freeze
of
up.
cold,
He'll
you're
freeze
not
up.
gonna last. You're not gonna last.
There's no survivor.
There's
No
no
survival.
man.
No survival.
no.
That's kind of a big reason why there are a lot of
survivors.
people who die. You know, all the hypothermia.
N stands for no survival.
That sucks. Imagine that. That's scary, dude.
F is for
I mean, honestly, the only thing I'll be thinking about in that moment is sharks. The only thing.
It's
Sharks wouldn't. Sharks
cold
wouldn't.
water?
I
Nah.
don't think sharks would.
It's warm water.
it all down here in the deep blue sea.
U is for uranium
Bomb.
bombs.
God damn it. No, but do you want to talk about the man in the woods?
The Man in the Woods. That shit was weird.
What is that?
Essentially, it's a story of this teacher, right? Who he was a kindergarten teacher, right?
Yeah,
And there's a school, there's a hill, there's these woods right next to it, right?
yeah.
Now, all the students will go down that hill, go to the flowers, and they will pick. There's
Get some
these flowers.
honeysuckles?
Yeah, the honeysuckles. They would rip out the petals. They would suck on the nectar.
Yeah.
Right, but there's this one kid who did not want anybody else having them. He wanted them all to himself. Right, so he begins this rumor, like there's a man in the woods. Right.
Yeah.
And then all the kids kind of like the rumors start. They get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Parents find
Right.
out.
The parents find out. Right.
Wait. The rumor gets bigger.
The
Like,
rumor
yeah.
gets bigger,
Okay.
right? To like the point where it's like he's basically described as this big, tall man.
Oh, so it's like what's that Kevin Spacey movie?
Kevin Spacey movie?
One where he's like he pretends to be this guy who is explaining who the murderer is.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
but,
he pretends to be the guy who's seen the murder, the only guy who's ever seen the murder, but he is actually the murderer.
Yeah, but anyway.
But yeah,
no,
that's
no,
the
no,
movie.
but just listen
But
to this.
that's-
Just listen
okay.
to this. Just listen to this. The thing is, the rumors get bigger. He's described as a big, tall man with bad ears. You know, he's these crazed yellow eyes and a shotgun, right? And so everybody's like, all the kids are like, "Oh, I see him. He's right over there, right?" Everybody just
So
goes
cops
away
get
from.
involved.
No, the cops
Oh.
don't get involved. Just let me finish.
Okay.
Kids go away from the woods, right? Except for the kid who started the rumor. His name
Yeah.
is Sid, and he's the he's the
From
only
Toy
one. He's the only one who goes down there,
Because he's brave.
right? So when all the kids go back home, they tell their parents. Everybody hears about this. They're like, "Dude, you have to do something about this, right?" And then Sid's mother comes in
From
and
Toy
she's-
Story.
Anyway, she comes in. She explains that like, so why haven't you done anything? And then and then the teacher says, "No, your son lied about this." She doesn't believe it, right? She brings it up to the PTA. He gets fired because of this.
Who gets fired though?
The teacher.
Okay.
And the teacher, you know, he can't get a job anymore. Everything's going downhill for
Sounds
him.
like-
Right? He goes into cocaine. He starts drinking. Right? He's so mad about this. Right?
Yeah.
And then in the end of the video, he goes into the woods. He sees Sid down there. He essentially becomes the man in the
Oh,
woods.
so it is the Kevin Spacey movie.
No, except that he wasn't the murderer in the first place.
There
God
was no
damn it.
murder in the first
I know.
place.
That's
It was-
basically how it went. It was really good how well done it was.
It sounds It sounds like that movie plus there's this movie by
Spoken rhymes too.
there's this I think it's a Danish film or Yeah, it sounds like a dangerous one, but
you're talking
The
about
Hunt.
that one, The Hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The Hunt. It's a Mad Mikkelsen movie, and what happens is he is a teacher, he's like a part-time sort of like he works at a kindergarten and stuff like that, and this kid kind of because kids kind of fall in love with like adults sometimes. They have like that thing that they do, and so what happens is this kid kind of like gets obsessed with him, and eventually she gets to the point where they're playing and she kisses him on the mouth. And what happens is he's like, don't do that. That's not like that's a thing for like adults to do and stuff like that. And he's trying to explain it to the kid. The kid kind of gets angry. The kid gets angry and then tells one of the teachers like, "Oh yeah, he like touched me" or something like that. And he gets a lot of like backlash. A lot of people like say, "Oh man, you're like a pedophile" and stuff like that. And he goes away. Everybody's after him. And eventually at the end of the movie. The kid comes out and is like, no, it was all a lie, it was all a joke, and he is like forgiven and stuff like that. But then
bullshit, I say.
But then, at his son's, the guy who was
like the brother to the girl, right?
No, the guy who was accused of being a pedophile. He is at his son's like hunting anniversary or whatever. Like I guess what happens is when you're at a certain age, you go hunting for the first time. They're going through the woods, and then somebody fires a shot at them, and the movie ends. So that
Shot
was
at who?
I call that
at the pedophile
like
guy, or the guy who's pretending to be
You
a
explain that
pedophile.
movie to me. I swear that's all bullshit. Just how
It
it's,
is.
everybody's just.
It's really annoying.
Is this your story?
Shut up. God
So this is random, but are you guys a fan of Jim Carrey?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, why?
Jim Carrey, you love Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
You love
I
Jim
love
Carrey?
Yeah. Except it's newer shit.
Yeah.
Is it what?
Except it's
Except
newer
it's-
shit.
Did that Dumber and Dumber movie come out?
Oh,
no, it's coming out.
No,
Dumb
it's
and
not.
Dumber.
Well, it's the first one, okay?
The first one was good. The first one.
Yeah, but I saw the trailer of this one. It seems like it's about to be.
That
I
scene
feel
where he
like it
pulls the catheter out, I was like,
That one, I love that thing. I think it actually might be really good.
No, that scene just kind of just put me off. But I mean, I do like the grandmother scene. The grandmother scene's pretty
That was
funny.
terrible. There's like dust and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
I just
That was pretty good.
What's your favorite movie of him?
Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura. Ace
Which
Ventura or The
one?
Mask.
which one?
Any of them. I love all
There's
of
only
them.
2 Ace Venturas.
I know, but it's
I feel like as time went by, he got more serious, right? Like his
There's-
characters, he got more serious.
Like the
Six
Truman
and
Show.
Office.
The Truman Show, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Eternal
even
Sunshine of the
though
Spotless
his
Mind.
face expressions,
Eternal
it's not for
Sunshine.
him. You know, same
Oh,
thing.
Eternal Sunshine of the
I know.
Spotless
I
Mind.
love
Like the way he would
One
make
of
his
my
faces, like
how he makes himself look serious?
yeah, like his expressions of his face in the Truman Show, like he's still kind of funny, like the way he is, the way he
Yeah.
moves, he talks.
There's this movie. Who's the guy in The Office? What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Steve
Steve Carell. Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Steve Carell is doing this movie where he's a gym coach, and it's a very serious movie, like a really serious kind of horror drama where he's a athletic.
horror?
Yeah, it's a really serious movie. So what happens is he's a gym coach and he's trying to teach this kid. I think it's either the guy from 21 Jump Street, Channing Tatum, or Matt Damon. It's either one of them. Probably not Matt Damon. It's probably Channing Tatum. But what happens is, I think so. But what happens is he's trying to become this like real athletic guy, and he's like trying to go pro and stuff like that. And Steve Carell is the serious coach. He is like very kind of fucked up in the mind, and he's telling him like he kind of fucks with him. It's very dark and stuff like that. There's just one scene where he walks into a gym, like a place where they're working out, and he's holding a gun. Like it's a very very dark movie.
Is this gonna be like some kind of dark humor?
No, it's not a dark humor.
Wait,
it's serious.
it already
Dark.
came out,
it didn't
the movie?
come out yet, but it's a very serious movie. I,
mean,
can't
it seems
remember the
like
name
that'd
of
be
it. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks really good and it looks very serious.
Wow.
So
I mean, I guess all comedy actors at one point seem to go ahead
wanna
and
switch,
try a more
yeah.
serious role. You know, they always
Like-
seem to try to do that.
But not
Heath
all of them can
Ledger?
fit into it.
like Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Not all of them can do it though.
No, but it's like
Nah.
there was like
No, he wasn't a
there
comedy
was like
actor.
Will Ferrell. He did.
Yeah.
He tried his hand at Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
You know, that was pretty good, but it didn't get a lot of attention, so he didn't. Try
You know,
It's the thing about them is the way like already their face is pretty comedic. Like the way they look. Like I'm not trying to be messed up, but like they
Well,
I
Will
mean, that's
Ferrell-
kind of. I mean, like
look
when
at
you're,
Will Ferrell, like the
no, when
teeth
you're
eyes, like the
comedian,
kind of round face.
when you're a comedian, you notice a lot of stuff. Like you know, the world's a lot more depressing than you think it is, so you make fun of it. So they kind of.
they kind of
There are some people who take advantage of
background
it. Looks they know they're
Yeah.
funny. So it's
background and doing serious.
And like
type of stuff.
going back against Jim Carrey, like even like the way he just is, his expression, the way he like makes faces,
the
but
way
even
he
if he's not gonna be
walks,
funny,
the way he talks.
yeah, the way
he
even if he's not trying to be funny, the way he makes expressions, like he raises his eyebrows or his eyes, like it's just like the things he does when he's trying to be funny. So like you think about that, like you can't get over the fact that I mean, when I was watching the Truman Show, like that movie, I was thinking about like I have flashback of other movies he does, like certain faces he does. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is there gonna be a new Batman? No.
Is there gonna be a new Batman?
Batfleck? I don't know how to feel about Batfleck.
Christian Bale said no, right?
Yeah, it's Batfleck. It's Ben Affleck now.
Ben Affleck is playing Batman.
You know that?
Do you guys think he's in a physical?
I don't know.
I
don't
feel the only problem I have, and William explained this the best. He has too big of a body to be Batman. He's muscular, yeah, but he's kind of too
He's
muscular.
taller.
No,
Ben
he's short.
Affleck-
He's short. He's
Ben Affleck-
shorter than the guy who's playing Superman.
Oh.
Yeah,
Henry Cavill.
yeah.
How tall is Henry Cavill?
The guy who's playing Superman, that's the body you want for Batman.
But he's buff.
Yeah, no, but
But he's taller too.
that's fine. The way he looks, tall and kind of
Oh yeah, because
like-
Batman is supposed to be kind of
Yeah,
like a big.
He's supposed to be
kinda tall
mean
guy.
though.
He's
but
supposed to be lean,
He's
he's
not supposed to
muscular.
be really buff. He's not supposed to be big.
Ben Affleck
he's
is
supposed to
just
be bulky.
too
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Yeah, he's just too big for Batman.
But there's gonna be a Robin, right? Definitely.
Maybe. I don't know. They're rebooting. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
I
They
mean,
do that. Like,
I mean, they do
honestly,
have
at the end of the
Wonder-
movie, it's like Robin. They show.
like
They showed the Nightwing thing, but I
Yeah.
don't know how they.
they have Wonder Woman in there, right?
Gal Gadot, right? Gal
Yeah.
Gadot. I don't like her
I don't-
for that role.
The thing is, people say it's too superficial to be talking about her beauty, but it's not because
That's
her
her-
character is Amazonian.
Yeah, she's an Amazon. She's the pinnacle of woman's body.
Yeah, she's supposed to be strong, beautiful, tall, everything.
Do you guys watch Lucy?
No, fuck that movie.
No.
That movie was terrible.
You know what? Pissed me off the ending.
Yeah, I know.
Did you see it?
The ending, it's all fake, right? She's
No, I'm saying, did you see it though?
No, I didn't see it. I read the entire.
Oh my
synopsis.
god,
Wait,
the ending,
wait,
dude. I mean, honestly, the storyline was kind of you say it sucked.
It was bad.
The only thing that kind of amused me was the certain effects they do is kind
Yeah,
of keeps your
I
attention,
saw-
but the
I-
storyline was oh my god, it's horrible. And at the end,
Was it all a dream?
no, it wasn't all a dream. She was just
She was
there.
drugged out.
She reaches 100%, right?
Yeah.
And then she's and then the guy's so where is she now? And then the guy's he looks at his phone, right? This is so stupid. He gets a text.
Yeah.
It's I'm everywhere. I'm oh my god.
Wow.
It was the gayest ending
I'm
I've ever heard in my life. It was he had a text.
everywhere.
So
I read the
I'm everywhere.
synopsis for that movie. I read the synopsis. First of all, that whole you only use 10% of your
But
brain.
she's hot, though.
It's actually
Oh wait,
bullshit.
by the way, guys, spoilers.
Listen, nobody cares. That movie was terrible. That's
Oh yeah, and you care about every single fucking thing else.
No, listen, Game of Thrones, I want people to watch it. I don't want us to spoil it for
You know,
them.
I don't care.
I think I might start watching The Walking Dead. I don't know.
I don't
What
like
were you saying
I need to get
about
into another show.
Lucy, I read the synopsis. Somebody he tore the movie apart. He was this was terrible. This was terrible. He said, it had good special effects, whatever. I mean, that's not too hard to find in a big budget movie with somebody like that.
Transformers.
But he was just tearing the movie apart, and the entire idea, you only use 10% of your brain, is not correct. You use you use 100% of your brain, but only one part at a time. It's something like that. It's along those lines.
I mean, honestly, I think people watched it because of the girl.
Yeah, obviously,
she's
it's
hot
Scarlett
as hell.
Johansson. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is hot. It's saying if Channing Tatum played in a Here's a Star movie,
Like Magic Mike.
everyone's gonna watch it just because it's him. You know what I'm saying? Even if the movie's
but Magic
horrible.
Mike was actually okay, wasn't it?
I never seen it. Did you see
Really?
it?
I didn't
No, I heard it was okay.
He saw it.
It was
saw
okay,
I didn't
right?
see it.
Oh.
but,
He saw
I
it.
think more likely him.
Yeah, I assumed it was okay. I didn't hear it was too bad. I mean, what's his name was in it?
I mean, I can't trust when I hear it's okay.
Channing
all I hear
Tatum-
from is the girls who watch it, and they're all
No.
just obsessed with the
I
Bible.
would
McConaughey,
say
what's his
it's-
name?
Yeah, Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
He was in it too, and I was
Matthew
that sounds good. Matthew McConaughey is awesome.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Captain.
But Lucy, not good movie.
What about
there
The
are how many
Purge?
movies where they tried?
Purge is kind of it had a chance to be original.
I like
kind
the
of.
second one better than the first one.
I didn't watch the second one. I
Yeah.
want to because
I-
it's more
I-
like
I-
My
Mine is
problem,
better.
my problem is it's never gonna happen.
No, that's not the problem.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
I know
it doesn't
was
have to
just a
happen.
concept,
doesn't
but
have
it was
to
kind of
happen.
I don't know. My problem is it just doesn't work.
No, the problem was
It
that
would
they
never
kind of made the story one small area in the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
I never saw. I don't know anything about.
No,
second
the
one.
first one was dumb. They were in the house the whole
Yeah,
time.
they were
I
in
didn't
the house
like
the
that.
whole time. What I wanted from that movie was to see multiple perspectives of what's going on everywhere, different
Yeah,
stories.
that's the second one happened.
That's the second one.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I'll watch the second one.
They go in the city. It's different perspectives.
Yeah.
You kind of get more understanding. Of
That's
it.
what I want to see in that movie. So maybe I'll watch the second one. Do I need to watch the first one?
No.
No. Yeah.
No,
let's
dude,
do-
come
No, you don't need
All
to.
right,
It
so
doesn't-
then
it
I'll
still
watch
makes
the
sense.
second one because that's what I wanted from the first one, and it was kind of dumb, but that they were
And
only
it's not even horror. Supposedly supposed to be scary. It's not.
Yeah.
It was an okay movie, the first one, to be honest. It was okay. I just was like,
It does.
I like.
What was the
Marcus-
basis?
kind of
Some guy hides in there or something, and then
There's
Like a homeless dude goes in.
and
They want
after
him.
people are trying to kill him because he's homeless, and and nobody's letting him in, but this family lets him in, and they're like, oh, we want to kill him, so how about you?
The whole movie bases on that.
Yeah.
that's dumb.
Literally. And the stupid the son is the one who let him in. He's like, oh, I feel bad. They're gonna kill him. And at that time, you're not supposed to let anyone in the house, even
Yeah.
if it's some guy help me, because you know they go in and kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know what happens in the purge.
You know, for in the movie, you know, for state of the art like security, it was really easy to take down.
No, that's the thing. It wasn't actually. Remember?
It wasn't.
No,
They
it was
can't
like
let
that-
it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like what he said. What he said is like these things weren't actually made to like protect against something really big.
I don't,
Uh-huh.
It was minor
I
stuff.
don't care. It's still easy.
It's not state of the art, you idiot.
It's state of the art or whatever.
That he was doing that for business. It's a hook to get people to buy this.
I don't
shit.
give a shit.
You're stupid.
I don't give a
You're
shit.
so stupid.
Joseph.
It's like when I told you it's like 12:01 a.m. on a Thursday. It's Thursday, not the fucking Wednesday.
12 o'clock a.m. is
Exactly.
Thursday,
Like, I
right?
told like,
It's official next day,
like
yeah.
William thinks like if I tell you like we're gonna meet up 12 a.m. on Wednesday, then he's like, oh, so you mean on Tuesday? We had a whole fucking argument about this shit, and you kept arguing it was on Tuesday. No, the next day. It is the next day.
It
I
is.
never said this.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
didn't.
I can get Raphael to back me up on this. I swear to you right now.
Okay, you don't remember it well.
Come on.
Bonesaw is ready.
Phone song with them.
No, that's from Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, I know.
Shut
Yeah. No, but he sent me a picture yesterday. Where were you, Target?
I went to Target. Yeah,
Yeah, he was at Target. He
We
was
found like a random
Yeah,
just
a
fucking
chainsaw,
saw,
like a fake-
little
a
fake
toy.
toy, and like we're like we need to take a picture of this and send it to boss. So he sent it to us.
Be-
Like,
because
Bonesaw is
because I
ready.
say like Bonesaw's ready sometimes, like,
Yeah.
and he was like sending me that picture.
and he literally just wakes up.
yeah, I woke up to them sending me because I was like sleeping, and then I get the the alarm goes, or he called or whatever. He sends me the text goes off, and then I turn. I'm like, what the fuck is this? My eyes are so blurry, and I just see Raphael holding a chainsaw, and then it says Bonesaw is ready at the bottom. I was laughing, like, fucking wait, what a way to wake up.
Oh god.
So I read the Spider-Man comic book, right? Like the Ultimate
Yeah.
Spider-Man, the entire thing.
Yeah.
I liked it, but him being 15 kind of ruins it.
He's 15.
Yeah,
In-
in a certain comic book.
In
that I
certain
read.
comic book.
But like that's the thing. He's a teenager when he gets the shit.
I understand, like 17, 16, 17.
Yeah, but I don't, that's the thing. Like he's 15. He's going through a lot of. He's growing pains, whatever.
Yeah.
But like it's because he's 15. He sounds like such a little brat.
And there's that one
Yeah,
drawing,
but-
if you remember, like when it was really weird. Like I liked the artist and I liked the way
Yeah, I
it
know,
looked,
there's
but there
some
were
parts that are
some parts that just looks really sexual, and I was like, well, that's really weird.
Mm.
Like for I don't know. It's good though. It's like a good basis. Like if you want to read the basic Spider-Man story, it was a good basis.
Yeah.
But there were some parts I didn't like. I did like a lot of it though.
Did you like Banana Bread?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So fucking epic.
Fucking awesome. There's a scene where what happens is after he's gotten the spider bite, they think he's sick or something like that. So Aunt May bakes him banana bread, saying eat this, it'll be good for you. And then what's his name?
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben is like,
He's like, "Can I have some?" And then it gets really close up on their eyes and all dramatic. She's like, "No," and he's like, "No." He's like, "No, it's for Peter." It's like, eh.
it was very dramatic, really good scenes.
So at the end of the first Ultimate Spider-Man, like, you know how after the credits, like a little bit of the credits, they show like a little sneak peek
You
of
mean the
like
Amazing
whatever.
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
The
the
Amazing
Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we ever see the after credits? scene?
What did they?
I've been
What is
to-
he like? You know how at the end, the guy goes to this man's in jail.
Yeah.
Like they show that part. He's like, "Did you tell the boy the truth about his father?"
Yeah.
Who's
Oh.
that speaking to him?
I'm pretty sure
That's my
that
question.
that's probably somebody who works for the Osborne Company. To be honest.
Yeah, because like that, like everyone got the hint that it was gonna be Electro next movie because like the thunder
It's
and
not
stuff.
Electro, but it's,
No, I'm saying that everyone got the hint that Electro will be in the next movie, but I didn't know who that was speaking to him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it might have been Norman, like the guy, the head of Osborne and stuff.
William, you
But
know
I'm not
at the
sure.
end of Deus Ex: Human Revolutions, there's that scene where he the after credit scene, right?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
No, that's the setup. That was the setup for the first game, Deus Ex.
Okay. So that makes more sense.
Basically, the scientist. I don't remember the girl's name.
So all of that happens before.
Yeah, all that happened before.
What?
Yeah.
Swag.
The thing is, Human Revolution is a prequel to Deus Ex.
I didn't know that. That's
So,
kind of weird.
That after credit scene was kind of like, oh yeah.
Well, I've never
remember-
played Deus Ex, so
he was basically talking to I don't remember his name, but I think he was the villain of the first Deus Ex.
okay. Then maybe I should play or at least watch it first because I cannot play the fucking Human Revolutions.
Human Revolution was good though.
It's a good game, and I guess for other people it's a good game, but I don't know. I don't like
You didn't like
the
the mechanics.
the mechanics of the game. Just were kind of weird. Like I don't like that stiff body mechanic.
I never got into it.
I don't like that stiff body mechanic.
I
of the
liked
game.
it, though.
It's a good game. Like I can understand like all the customization options, all the story options were pretty cool, but I just didn't like the gunplay, and that kind of put me off to it.
Still, like
I watched the gameplay eventually, but it's a great game.
What is it?
That's simple, dude.
Just pointing
I'm saying-
right there.
That's
No, but didn't you?
simple.
Those 2 hours.
Didn't you want to talk about Atlas
It's his belt
Shrugged?
buckle.
Oh yes, let's talk about
You know
Atlas
the
Shrugged.
map?
So
Oh.
Ayn Rand really likes sex.
Yeah.
She's a fucking alright. So in the Fountainhead,
Did she write like 50 Shades of Grey?
I've never read that, so I wouldn't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
but
you know,
Stop.
it's a porn book. Basically.
Stop.
So in the Fountainhead, there's a scene where one of the main characters gets raped by another main character.
Oh yeah.
Right? So in
raping.
that, I'm not going to say rape is okay. I'm not going to say that obviously, but it makes more sense why she got raped in that. Like, there's obviously like what this character's trying to do and what this character's trying to do. In Atlas Shrugged, she kind of made it seem like the main character was getting raped, but she really wasn't. Like she tried to force herself. Like there was no real reason because she obviously had a relationship with the other main character, and this was obviously going to happen. Like,
okay, so we're talking about
Rape
with
but not-
Francisco and Dagny.
Francisco.
So it's rape.
No,
but not rape?
they never did it.
Yeah, they did. They fucking did it. When remember that entire like fucking 40 page chapter about him, their backstory.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
She's like the entire time. She's like, I wanted it, but I didn't want it, and I'm like, listen. This, oh god, it's so annoying because it's like she's like saying, I was doing it with him, but I didn't want to do it with him, but I wanted to do it with him, but I didn't want to do it with him the entire time. But it's like in Fountainhead, it made more sense. Here, it just doesn't make any sense because they've been building up this relationship for so long. Like they've been friends since like they were 10 years old or whatever, and now they're basically like teenagers, and obviously like they're in love with each other. Fuck Francis, all right, Francisco or whatever his name is. Right?
Okay.
That guy is so annoying. So I'm 150 pages in.
Mm-hmm.
The character is not giving me any explanation for why he's doing anything he's doing. And
Well, you'll find out later.
I know, but it's a 1,000-page book. It's going to take forever. It's so dumb.
I mean, it's kind of have to be in depth for what it's trying to.
I know,
do.
it's very in-depth, especially that fucking 30-page backstory on their character. I was reading that, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to go to sleep, but first I want to finish the chapter. I was like,
You're never gonna.
no, I was like, seriously? And I keep flipping the pages. Seriously? Oh my god. That book is just blocks of text. That's all that book is. It's block of text after block of text after. It's so annoying.
It might as well just all be one chapter. Right?
And it's so hard to put down. It's so hard to put down, but it's just a block of text after block of text. It's so bad.
You think reading Games of Thrones is hard?
No, Game of Thrones is like nothing compared to this book.
I know. Like you read like any of Ayn Rand's, right?
Yeah.
And any of her books, and you read her like freaking Moby Dick. Then every other book seems kind of easy.
Yeah.
You know, because like first of all, for Ayn Rand, it's really
Very complex.
It's very complex and really in depth.
Yeah.
But the thing about with Moby Dick is really again in depth, but it's also there's.
It's not a very complex story. It's not.
No, I mean like in vocabulary.
Yeah.
You know?
In vocabulary, it's kind of.
And they give you so much information on everything.
Again, my two favorite scenes in Moby Dick is the first one where the first scene is where Queequeg is in there praying or whatever, and Ishmael is trying to bash the door open. He's like, "What are you doing? Are you dead? Are you dead?" So what happens is this character is like praying, and he's not allowed to move or do anything for whatever time he's praying at.
And the I believe it was the innkeeper. She thought
The
that
innkeeper was like telling him, he was
like,
like, "I've seen this happen before. He's dead. He's like totally dead."
because he brought in like rope or something.
Yeah, he brought in rope and he hanged himself or something. And then Ishmael's like, "No, he's my best friend." So he's trying to bash the door open. He's like, "Hey, fucking."
How long have they known each other? Really, it was like only one day.
It was like one day they knew each other and they were best friends already. So he's trying to bash the door open, and then Queequeg is like, he gets up and he goes to the door. He's like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "What the fuck? I've been bashing the door for 20 minutes. What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I was praying." My second favorite scene is when the Pequod is coming up to another boat, and the other boat is also a whale ship.
Are you talking about like when they were insulting the French French captain?
Yeah, was it French or Spanish?
No, it was a French captain.
Oh,
They,
okay.
like he was speaking English. He's like tell him that he's like this and this and this, and then he translated.
I'll explain the scene. So what happens is they're stopping by another boat and they're trying to take away one of the whales from that whale.
The dead whale.
Yeah, the dead whale. They're trying to take away they're trying to steal it basically. And the other guy doesn't speak French, but they have one guy who speaks French on there. So they go over there and he's one of the main guys, first mates, is sitting there. He's talking. He doesn't speak French. So Ishmael was translating, or
No,
somebody
it wasn't.
else? It was somebody else.
It was the first mate that was translating.
Okay, well, it was somebody
It
else
was probably the
translating. He's sitting there.
captain.
He's like, "Okay, you tell him he's a dirty asshole, and I want his ship," or something like that. And the translator was like, "So there's this dead whale. If you keep him here, you're gonna get sick. So let us take it away from you. So that's what they're doing. So he's like, and tell him he stinks his face in butts and all this fucking terrible shit. Like while the other guy's translating like completely different things. It's really good. It's such a great scene.
Yeah, but you know what's really
You know what sucks is you ruined the book for me. You fucking spoiled the ending. I'm 600 pages into the book, and I didn't know anything about the book.
It was only because I bought the comic book.
Oh.
I bought this little really weird, like comic book where they take a book and adapt it into images and all that, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't go through all of it, so it was really short, right? And they basically I read
Spoiler alert!
and then I read the ending, and so basically everybody's dead except Ishmael.
Yeah. So what happens is everybody dies at the end. And I didn't know that. I'm 700 pages into the book. It's an 800-page book. And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm almost done. He's talking to me. He's like, yeah, everybody dies at the end. I'm like, what the fuck? I've been reading this book for like 3 months, and you ruined the ending.
I mean, it was gonna happen anyway. You should have known.
Yeah, the ending was gonna get spoiled by me. By the ending.
No, I'm saying you should have known how it should have ended.
No.
Because of what was the captain's name again?
Ahab.
Because of how he was acting and everything, it was gonna happen anyway.
Not really.
Yeah, it was.
I would strike the sun if it insulted me.
So yeah.
Yet again, he ruins its will.
Also, you know what's really weird? Sometimes like they had that really weird segment. I mean, it was weird because I wouldn't expect it. Like they had that one thing where everybody's kind of singing and everything. You know,
I
like in the play.
All right.
In the play.
Pause button on him.
You know.
Did she?
Anyway, so I saw this trailer for the 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilariously awful. Cause like they made it seem so dark.
Why? What is the book not dark?
No, and the thing is like
porn.
It's porn. Basically, all it is.
So
Like, this one girl who's like, oh, she's all insecure and everything, trying to get in the business, and she does an interview with this guy.
Well, what is the business? Like, what did they do with it?
Wait, 50 Shades of Grey is when the girl that's like has like what's it? She's like trying out for like this ballet thingy.
No.
No, that's
that's
Black Swan.
That's
Oh.
Black Swan.
50 Shades of Grey.
I'm always confused. That's confused.
I guess.
So my
Anyway,
girlfriend.
so 50 Shades of Grey, like this girl is trying to interview.
We'll talk about Black Swan.
Yeah. When she interviews a big head of some corporation, his name's Gray. She goes in, she's like, "Hey," and then she tries to interview him, and then like it ends up turning around into like they end up getting some kind of weird, complicated relationship. Like he's like overbearing and like really tries to control everything and whatever. And it's not that, and there's a lot of sex and stuff, and then they make it seem so dark, and like in the beginning it's like, oh yeah, you know, you get to know him, but then it looks like he's gonna try to rape her. And like they make it seem so dark, like he's like gonna kill her and everything throughout the whole book.
From what you're telling me.
But that's the thing, like no, because it seems so dark right in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then it builds up, and it's still trying to stay dark, and then you see her becoming more confident and like more empowered by herself and everything.
Yeah.
And then it's still keeping that dark tone, like something evil is gonna happen, even though her character's getting better so far.
I thought, like, in the book you're saying that she is, they both get in this complex relationship and they always have sex and stuff like that, and like
Basically.
they're all right with each other, and you're saying in the movie it just seems like she doesn't want to have sex with him?
No, it seems like he's trying to rape her. That's like in the beginning, that's what he looks like, but then it doesn't even seem like that by her. She like seems okay with him. Like she wants him, and then he's like, "I'm gonna fucking rape you. I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna murder this bitch." But that's
I'll
like
rape you with my eyes.
I'll rape you with my
You
eyes.
what was that thing? It's like you raped him or you raped her with your eyes, and it was like, how the fuck does that even happen, or something like that? There's this, I don't remember.
You say eyes, and I'm reminded of freaking Five Nights at Freddy's.
What is that?
It's a horror game that just came out. It's terrifying.
Okay.
It's really fucking good.
All right. So Black Swan. That movie.
We should do a let's play of it.
You want to do a let's play of Five Nights
Sure.
at Freddy's?
Sure, we'll do.
Yeah,
that.
we'll do
Does it on Mac?
You have to buy it though.
Is it on the Mac?
Maybe.
All
I'll
right,
find out.
we'll see.
I'll find out.
Because it'll be easier to record on Mac than
Yeah.
on PC.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is Black Swan is a really confusing movie. My favorite scene in Black Swan is actually the scene where they're alone. The director, like or whatever, like the main dance guy, the male guy, right? And what's his name?
Oh, the seduction thing.
And then Natalie Portman, yeah, where they're dancing and they're doing the seduction scene where he's trying to basically have sex with her, or he's pretending like he wants to have sex with her, right? Like he's
she's
feeling
supposed
her
to.
up.
He's like trying to tell her.
That's kind of like he's trying to get her into that role.
Like trying to make
that
her
she's supposed to play.
understand that she's supposed to be seducing him.
Yeah,
That's what's
that was my favorite scene.
But doesn't he like in that movie? Isn't that guy like basically sleeps with
almost he
the
sleeps
woman,
with-
like
he
the
sleeps
girls
with
that
it-
come in, right?
He sleeps with some of his dancers.
Yeah.
That's
Like
the thing.
that
I was just
woman-
confused,
Like that
like,
one
I don't know
dancer
what
who
was
got- who
confusing.
got- who-
I don't know
What
because
was
sometimes it showed
confusing about
something,
that movie?
and then like sometimes it didn't like it
Yeah,
was
'cause
like
she's going kind of crazy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like it was like I don't know, like they would show something, but then it wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I was confused about that.
Yeah, she's going crazy.
Because she's having
She's
like,
trying, like the thing is, she's actually like she's going crazy because she's going into the mindset of the Black Swan. She has to like getting a split personality.
Yeah.
Basically.
And at the end of the movie, like we know when she's doing the final dance, whatever.
yeah,
Doesn't she start bleeding or something?
She died
yeah.
She
because she got stabbed.
Who was it? She got stabbed by?
The other dancer chick.
Oh, so they killed her.
No, wait, didn't she stab herself?
I could've sworn
No,
that- I could've sworn she stabbed herself.
I think like she
was going crazy thinking
like,
she was
like,
fighting the other person, but actually she stabbed herself.
pretty much.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
yeah, and she was performing bleeding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I think it was kind of to get herself into it or something.
Yeah, because as soon as she stabbed herself, that's when she.
That
really
movie
got
came
to
out
the
of nowhere though. Like I
Basically,
saw one,
yeah.
I saw one trailer for it and I was like, okay, I'll.
What they're trying to prove is like the pressure, like those
Yeah.
girls have.
No,
right?
it's
No,
a.
it's like-
That's
it's a-
basically what it is.
Yeah.
It's
kind
intense,
of,
right?
yeah, but like it's also the effect of like how deep people can get into a character.
Yeah, it's just
not
that
just
movie
that
came
way.
out of nowhere. Like I saw the trailer for it, I was like, "That's weird, dog." I put it away for a while, and then I watched it eventually. I was like, "This is a really good movie. Like it's a really deep movie. What the fuck?
Like-
Like I should have watched it a while ago."
Like the freaking what do you call it?
The trailer did not do it justice.
Like the guy who directed Darren Aronofsky.
Yeah.
He did one of my other favorite movies, which is like The Fountain. If you ever
Yeah.
seen that, have you
The
seen
Fountainhead?
it? No, not
The Fountain.
No, I'm making a joke.
I should watch that though. I really.
Is that the one from like 19?
19.
When were the books written? Atlas Shrugged
They
and
were.
Fountainhead. 19
It was like.
It had to be after the Depression, right?
It was,
Because
it was right after the revolution they had in Russia or something like that.
she married an artist, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Was he a good artist?
Shut, whatever. It doesn't matter. I suppose.
Am I a pretty girl?
God damn it.
What's wrong with you? Like we're all just staring at you and can tell.
What happened to
now.
you this week, Renzo? You do anything?
Did you die?
Close.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too close for comfort.
Oh, that reminds me. There's this like one thing where there's this old woman who apparently died, right? And then she was at her own. She was there's a funeral and everything. She wakes up at her own funeral. It's like, wait, everybody thought I died. She has a heart attack. Then she actually dies.
What are you talking about? What?
It's an actual.
That sounds like a comedy movie.
With Death of the Funeral.
God damn. No.
Oh, did you guys hear about the Game of Thrones actor that died?
What?
There's a.
Why are so many actors dying this week?
I
It's
know,
good.
right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, was
There's
it
three
Lauren
actors died this
Bacall
week.
or something?
Three actors died this week.
Yeah, Lauren Bacall, right?
Yeah, Lauren Bacall, the guy who did the Game of Thrones thing, and Robin Williams. The Game of Thrones guy, basically, he died after a few days of filming, and he was supposed to be
What?
he was
What
supposed to be the
character was
oldest
he?
man in the Night's Watch, something Mallister.
Oh.
Yeah, and like the thing is, they're not gonna recast him either or reshoot. They're just gonna keep him there for however, and they're gonna
Well, I mean,
adapt
that's
this
fine because they're changing up all the stuff right
Yeah,
now.
but, like,
No,
Yeah.
they're only really changing like two storylines.
But he was like 86, so I mean, it made sense or something.
What,
like
that he
was
died?
really old.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, he was he only filmed a few like some scenes and like whatever, and he's only been there for a few days, so he's only got some stuff done. So basically, they're just kind of like gonna roll with that.
That kind of
How old is the guy from Lord of the Rings? The old guy, Gandalf.
Ian McKellen?
Ian
Gandalf.
McKellen, like 70 something?
I don't know.
Because in the movie they make him look extremely old.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guy in
oh,
Harry
that's a
Potter, the first
he's supposed to be, like, really
Gandalf?
old.
No, Gandalf.
He's
gay,
Dumbledore.
Gandalf.
Dumbledore.
Gandalf.
No,
Freaking
Gandalf.
Gandalf? I don't know.
You should.
I heard about that.
Just
I don't
leave right now.
What's the guy's
God
name?
Damn.
Gandalf.
I said-
Apologize to
I
them.
said-
I don't know.
I
He's a
said-
politician.
And Harry
I don't know.
Potter.
I'm saying
Listen.
his name, that.
Apologize to them right
Ian
now.
McKellen?
Listen.
Is Ian McKellen gay?
Listen.
No.
No, that's he's not gay. Is
No,
he?
I
mean, it doesn't matter if he is. Who
I
cares?
was just wondering because like
cares?
that's what I'm.
Does
Listen.
it attack you well that he's gay?
Gandalf is from Lord of the Rings. Dumbledore is from Harry Potter.
Oh shit.
Okay, no, I said Gandalf.
He said
thinking of
Gandalf for Harry Potter.
Yeah, for Harry Potter.
Oh, you got
No,
confused.
wait. before-
Gandalf for Harry Potter.
No.
Everyone
no,
makes
no,
mistakes.
Abbas.
Everybody
Abbas,
has those
Abbas,
days.
Yeah, come
Abbas,
on now.
Stop. Take a moment to apologize for this.
I don't give a shit about Lord of the Rings.
Apologize!
No,
If
shut up.
anything, you should be apologizing.
And I don't like Harry Potter either, so it doesn't matter.
I hate you.
So
You
the
don't like
guy
Harry
in
Potter?
Harry
I think
Potter,
basically the same thing. Piss off the fan base. Walk away.
the guy who plays Dumbledore in Harry Potter for the first movie or the second movie, he dies.
Yeah,
and
he
then
died.
replaces him.
He died.
Was it the first movie or the up till
He was dead after the second.
After
the
a
second
second.
movie?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, then they got
and
the
then who's the other guy?
I don't know.
Isn't he Ian McKellen or is it somebody else?
No, it's not Ian
It
McKellen.
wasn't-
No.
it was- no.
Oh, okay.
No. No.
But-
Where did you get that?
But Gandalf, or I was about to say Ganondorf. God damn it!
Ganondorf.
From fucking Zelda.
That Ganondorf in the Lord of Circles movie was awful.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So the Hobbit, you think it was good? The Hobbit.
I like. I think The Hobbit was kind of. I didn't even know that. Why are they making? Did they say they were making a fourth movie? Like they said that before. Like, but they. What about the Five Armies? That's the third movie. What?
There's only been Unexpected Journey.
There was like Unexpected Journey,
Desolation of Smog, and then there's Battle of the Five Armies.
What about the Journey Home or whatever?
No, you see, there was originally supposed to be 2. Remember, there was going to be an Unexpected Journey and There and Back Again.
Yeah,
but then they like, oh no, we're making a third one, so they renamed the second one, and then they ended.
Oh, I thought they did Unexpected Journey, Desolation Smog, and then Here and Back Again. I thought that movie already came out.
No,
I didn't know Five Armies.
no.
I was like, why are they making another
They're
one?
not.
How are they
The
even
thing-
getting this
the thing is,
information?
they renamed the third. They renamed the third one, Battle of the Five Armies, because it doesn't sound like There and Back Again. It sounded fine for 2 movies. You know, it's like a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
But then it's like beginning, middle, and then end. But it's not going to end the way that
I think The Hobbit.
sure.
I've only saw the first one, the Unexpected Journey. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good movie. I kind of was confused by how the book is like this thin, right? You know, the Lord of the Rings books are like this big, like 1,000-page books, but the Hobbit is the smallest one, and they're still making 3 movies out of it. They're adding a lot.
Yeah, they add a lot because they kind of want to bring back the epic feel.
Yeah.
You know.
So I don't get it. It's like the Hobbit, like it has to do with Lord of the Rings, obviously.
It's
a
before.
prequel.
It's a
It's a
prequel.
So it's before the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
60 years
You
before,
remember-
60 years
You know how they
before
did
Lord
Star
of the
Wars?
Rings.
Yeah,
Like-
something like that.
But
Yeah.
it's like they flipped it.
Because like in
So that's actually Lord of the Rings
it's
supposed to be
exactly like
after.
Star Wars. Oh no, you're right. Yeah,
Lord of the Rings supposed to be after the Hobbit.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's exactly
it's
like
exactly
Star
the
Wars.
same. Yeah,
Yeah,
because-
I'm stupid. Why
Yeah,
did they
exactly.
flip
I
it?
was like, wait. Yeah, because what happens is it's exactly like Star Wars. Like they show the first like the.
They show the stuff that happened after, and then they show the stuff that happened before.
Yeah.
It's the
So it
same
is
thing with Lord of the
exactly.
Rings.
Because like the old Star Wars, there was
Why
like
do they use different actors? I don't know.
No, because
Because
they're
it's a
younger.
different- different
No,
people.
because you see, like
Different-
Oh,
not the
different
same
people.
people.
yeah, the only son that's the same is Gandalf.
Gandalf, what's his name? Legolas.
Legolas, and like Orlando Bloom. Yeah.
Because it makes sense with Legolas because
Legolas
Legolas.
wasn't even supposed to be there, from what I heard.
Yeah, he wasn't really.
No,
But
I
the
don't
thing-
remember
but then
him in the
he's-
book either.
He's a cameo, but you know, elves, you know, they live for a long ass time.
They
do.
They pretty much live on forever until you're killed.
The guy in, if you remember from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the guy who is the old guy who gives Frodo the ring, like the guy who has the ring originally in the first movie, that's the main character in the Hobbit movies,
Yeah,
basically.
Bill-
When is he handed the ring?
And
In the-
in the new movie.
In Lord of the Rings, I'm saying
In Lord of the Rings,
he gives him the first movie.
It's the first movie. Remember the beginning when they're having the party?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives him the ring then.
Well, I mean, drops the
No,
ring.
well,
Sorry,
In the house, right? In the little tiny
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
His name Bilbo Baggins is the main character in the other.
So who's related to him?
He's,
Yeah, he's his uncle.
he's
No,
he's not his
no,
uncle.
Fro-
Frodo is an adopted child to Bilbo.
Yeah.
Frodo's original father is called Drogo.
How did he end up with the ring?
Yeah.
The older guy.
The old guy?
I thought Bilbo was legitimately his uncle.
It happens. Wait.
He's in a, he is the uncle, but he adopted him as like.
But he's still his uncle.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah, like you would just call him uncle, I guess.
But he's still his legitimate uncle.
Yeah, sure.
So he's legitimately his uncle. Oh my god.
Yes,
What
but
the fuck you make
it's
this
an
confusing?
adopted child. He's
You want to
kinda,
make me think he
supposed
just
to be
found
his
some random
father.
kid anywhere somewhere? He's like, hey, I'll take you.
No.
No, because Drogo dies, right?
Yeah.
He's his
I think
uncle in quotes.
Yeah, his
pretty
uncle.
much.
they
included.
Basically,
died.
he's his father.
I don't
Yeah.
exactly
I
remember.
mean, adopted
how-
father, but basically he's real
Well,
uncle.
he gets the ring because
It's like the Uncle Ben and Aunt Nathan. Like, what the fuck? It's so simple.
no, but they're not
12:01
related.
is Thursday, Will.
You just told me Uncle Ben. No, Uncle
Ben and Uncle Aunt May are related to Peter's father.
No, but Frodo's related, but not that directly related.
So he's not his actual uncle.
No,
What the fuck did you tell me he
But
was?
he technically is.
So where do you get the ring from?
he gets the ring because is that in the Hobbit movies? That's not in the that is in the Hobbit.
Hobbit
right?
movies, yeah, he gets him from
Yeah, he
Gollum.
gets the ring from what's his
From
name?
Smeagol.
Smeagol.
Well, it was dropped anyways.
Yeah,
Smeagol was actually a real person before.
So what happens is the history.
Yeah, he was a
behind it is-
hobbit before.
He was a hobbit before. He's playing with it. Well, no, he's a type of hobbit. They're like different types.
What?
Yeah, there are different types of
Yeah.
hobbits.
So what happens is he gets his friend and him find the ring, and he kills his friend and takes the ring because the ring is evil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It makes him evil. So he keeps the ring forever. Like it makes him live longer. Like he's like 900 years old or something like
Reminds
that.
me
Smeagol?
enough. Reminds me
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So he's like really fucking.
Does he
old.
ever die, Smeagol?
Does he die?
He dies at the end of
Oh,
the
he dies.
Yeah,
But he doesn't die of old age, which really freaked me out. Why didn't he die of old age like Bilbo did?
Because he's been prolonged for so long. It's just
Didn't he get thrown into lava?
the thing.
Yeah, he
is,
gets thrown into
with
lava, yeah.
Bilbo,
Yeah.
with Bilbo, he didn't have the ring for that long. Smeagol, he had it for. God damn it!
Yeah. So
Why
yeah.
did he end up like that? I don't get it. Like, why did he end up all like?
Because-
yeah, like-
Because
That's the effects of the ring.
Yeah.
so if Frodo were to wear that ring that long,
if he
he'd end up like
kept
that.
that ring for all that time, he would have been basically Smeagol,
Mhm.
Gollum. you know.
So that's what it does. It gives you power, but it turns you out like that.
It doesn't
The
give you
only
power.
For him, for basically anybody else except for
The
Sauron.
only power it gives you is like
Yeah.
you can turn invisible when you
You
put it on.
can turn invisible when you live forever, basically.
Yeah. Those are
That's
the only-
it?
Yeah,
that's
it doesn't give you any power unless you're the actual master. Of
Oh,
it.
so who was the actual master that really?
The
the eye guy.
You know,
Yeah.
Sauron.
The eye.
In the
Sauron.
beginning, he dies. His body goes away, but his soul still lives on.
He's a giant
He's
eye.
basically a giant eye. He watches over everything. God damn it! You have to
I
bring
love that
up.
video.
That was a terrible video.
Done with you.
And people are basically trying to, in Lord of the Rings, people are basically just chasing Frodo around for the ring.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
much.
how do they know he has it? That's what I don't get.
Because everyone knows. he
No,
has it.
technically they don't know, but they know that there's this group who has the ring generally,
Oh, but they don't know he has
Fellowship,
it.
Yeah,
And they
people
will-
find out when they see the ring.
and they more specifically know that it's hobbits, but there are 4 of them.
Yeah, so they don't know which hobbit has
They don't
it.
know which one.
Oh.
Because
And does the eye tell them anything like his people?
No, he doesn't know himself.
the hobbits aren't really like well known to most people. They usually live like
They,
secluded.
they're,
in a little village.
they're,
Yeah, a
they're
little village.
separated. They're,
Yeah,
they're
so
basically-
hobbits are
most
like
people have
kids.
never seen hobbits before, like in life, because especially in the books, they're like, "Oh, that's a hobbit. That's what that is." Like they have different names for what a hobbit is
Yeah.
in different areas. So,
Shirelings, like
so something like that. Like they called it, yeah, half
Shire folk,
half men or something like that. Like
halfmen or something like that.
yeah, and so they have different names for them, so they don't really know what they look like. So that's why sometimes it's confusing for them to like they capture like a certain hobbit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still think Sam should have taken the ring. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
way more badass.
He's basically
than
the
Bilbo.
best character.
Or not
in-
Bilbo, Frodo.
He's the best character. In
He
Lord
is the
of
best.
Rings.
If I go any further,
So are they actually that
First
short?
I've ever been-
Well, you can't carry
Frodo
that
the
burden
actor's actually
forward,
that short.
man.
yeah,
You
they
can't
were
carry it.
they
No,
were
in the
like
book-
how old were they when they started filming Lord of the Rings?
How old were they?
Like what's his name? Frodo, the guy who played
They were
Frodo,
like-
Elijah Wood.
They were like in their 20s or something.
Really? Yeah, then they're that
But
short.
like,
He was
dude,
actually
but-
short?
Yeah, they
Or
were.
they
But
made him
did-
look short?
no, they made
No,
him.
they
short.
made
They
him
made him
look
look
short.
shorter
Like,
too.
dude,
Like,
Sam couldn't carry the
if they-
burden
like,
for
if
him,
they were
but he
gonna
couldn't
do,
carry
if they were
him.
gonna do like like if it was gonna be like Frodo next to Gandalf, like and you see that, I think
Different camera
they had something to make like Gandalf look taller, you know, like sticks.
Still-
What if he wore heels?
Yeah, because like
And they all
Can you imagine that?
no,
And
but
they
like
also-
that's the thing,
I
like,
mean-
they make him really look really short. Because you know the guy. Have you watched the new Hobbit movies?
The latest one?
Yeah, the latest ones. You know the main dwarf guy with the long black hair and the beard and everything. He's the main dwarf. Like everyone knows, he's the leader.
You know, Thorin Oakenshield.
Yeah.
Like, okay, wait up.
Nice for knowing them. Good job.
I'm gonna look it up now.
So there's two of the Hobbits?
Thorin Oakenshield, just.
There's 2 Hobbit. Like
There's
you
a
mean
lot
two-
more than 2.
What do you mean, like
The ones that
movies?
came out, yeah, the movies.
There's 3, or at least that's what they're
This
telling
guy.
me.
Oh, yeah,
You know this guy?
yeah.
He's actually taller than Gandalf.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard. I
Yeah,
heard
he's
that-
actually
I
taller
heard
than
that
him.
he's way.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
he's taller.
what the fuck?
He's
Is that how
actually
they do it
really
in the
tall.
movie?
They made him look short. See?
Like no, I mean like what
But
did
how?
they do to
How
make
did
him
they
look
do it?
short?
Yeah.
Like that's
That's
what
like they probably like had
No,
someone who
it
was
was
actually short acting, and then they like maybe.
They did it in the first movie too.
Yeah, I know. I like to know that. That's pretty cool.
There's a lot of different things they can do.
It's funny in the Game of Thrones porno.
Also, like,
There's a scene where what's it called? Sansa
wait,
and
why are we talking about the porno
because
now?
I have something to explain. Like there's
Did
this
we talk
great
about this
scene
before
where no. There's a scene where what's his name?
Tyrion.
Tyrion and Sansa. It's their sex scene, right, for the porno.
Should have died in the
And
first book.
what they do is they literally put shoes on the guy's knee, and then he just walks around on his knees for the entire beginning scene. And it's so great. He's like, "Oh yeah, Sansa, nobody cares about you. Everybody wants you to what's it called?
You should have died in the first
Yeah, you
book.
should have died in the first book. Like that's the scene, and then they have sex. It's so fucking funny. And then he gets up, like he just gets off. Like when they have sex, he just takes them off, and then he starts using his actual legs. In Game of Thrones, there's this dwarf character who's called Tyrion or
Tyrion.
Sorry,
Tyrone.
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 Tyrion
There's
is a
subtitle for that.
dwarf, and in the porno, what they do is to make him look like a dwarf. They he sits on his knees, and he has shoes on his knees, so it looks like he's like
Oh,
standing
she's
like
like
that.
he's
Makes
making
he's
fun of
shorter.
Yeah.
So they're making fun of him. But then when they start having sex, he just takes them off and starts using his legs again.
So random.
All right, so I think that was a good
External
podcast.
balls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember
Casually
that.
talking about porn. Yeah.
Why not?
Who
Alright.
cares?
Yeah.
We were talking about shit before.